All right, welcome back to DC Roofing Stadium here on the campus of Palm Bay High School. And I want to point out here before we begin here, we didn't get an opportunity to get on as quickly as I wanted there, but I just want to note and honor Mr. James Cookie Cook, who passed away October 15th in a tragic automobile accident. Listen, Cookie was a proud man of God, a loving husband and father, a decorated United States Air Force veteran, a member of the Law Enforcement Division at Kennedy Space Center, and a high school football official in the state of Florida, especially Brevard County. And here in our very own ACYAA, Cookie was a huge part of youth sports in Brevard County for decades, serving as a parent, coach, volunteer, and as an on-field official. His family came out and was there for the coin toss, and so we honored Cookie with a moment of silence, and I just want to make sure that James Cookie Cook is remembered and not forgotten. I want to pass the headset now. You have, over the last year and a half here at Brevard Sports Network, seen at the top of your screen one of my favorite banners in the neon green sort of space outline, and Gamers Are Us. And really, I mean, it is the choice, as we consistently tell everyone, for the gamer in your life, card game, board games, dice, you name it. And I am blessed for the first time to have in the booth with me here for the start of this one the owner of Gamers Are Us, Seth Gibson. Seth, first of all, welcome as we have the kickoff. Now, just before we ask Seth the question here, Seth is a huge Coco supporter. He's got his Coco shirt on here today. Seth, first of all, welcome, and thank you for all that you've given back to youth and prep sports in Brevard County, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Alan. We're happy to help out and get some recognition to some of these young players and athletes, and just help the local community,
Tell me about Gamers Are Us. I mean, it is unique in this county and in East Central Florida. What makes Gamers Are Us stand out?
I mean, I think our commitment to the community and trying to get them in, and just, we know everybody. It's a local store. Everyone that comes in, we know their families. We support each other, and that's the kind of environment we try to facilitate. And we like to see it also like in youth football too. You become a family and doing all this stuff.
So how did you become such a staunch Coco supporter?
Well, I actually started when my youngest son started playing 8U for Coco. That was about 5-6 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And then I kind of helped support that team a little bit. And then, obviously, Coco High started doing very well. Well, we've been doing very well for a decade now. But I saw you needed sponsors last year for the playoffs. I was like, hey, this is a great time to help out the community and, get some awareness for these young kids.
And certainly have done that. And, of course, sponsoring all day today, as well as the Melbourne Chargers straight dive up the middle, and it's going to be 3rd down and 5 now. And again, another set of jerseys, which you can't see, hardly see the numbers on the backs of them, but it looks like I can't even tell who that ball carrier was. But we'll get the numbers here in just a second. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. These are two of the better youth football programs right here, this 11U team. I've seen this 11U Coco team this year. They are led by head coach James Brown. The Melbourne Chargers are led by Daryl Harp. So let's see what happens here on 3rd down and 5. Quarterback under center, 3 backs in sort of a wishbone formation. Stuffs it in the gut, cuts back inside, 1st down and more. He's going to pick up the 5 plus another 5. 1st and 10 for the Chargers from the Coco Tiger 40. Seth, with the holidays coming up, obviously Gamers Are Us, a retail outlet. What do you got going on up there, man, for the gamers out there watching in terms of what you offer and deals?
So right now we're still kind of trying to hammer out our Black Friday sale.
Uh-huh.
But if you just follow us on Facebook, Gamers Are Us 06 on Facebook, stay up to date with all our sales and promos going and events going on there. We should be posting Black Friday weekend events and sales coming up either this Monday or Tuesday. So hope, we're looking forward to having great sales and opportunities for, especially for like Pokemon.
Right.
Every kid loves Pokemon.
Absolutely.
New Disney card games, all sorts of cool stuff that we're going to have on sale.
Outstanding. Now, Seth, obviously we know about your love for the Cocoa Tigers and how that developed. How about gaming and the gaming community? And you're very dedicated to it, very dedicated to the community. But gaming, tell us about your love and your passion for gaming.
Well, it's just a little bit of everything. I mean, some people have their different views of gaming. I mean, we're in the esports era now, and that's like probably the biggest part of the gaming industry right now.
Yeah.
And we were trying to capitalize on that and do in-store tournaments for like Fortnite for a while there. And
wow.
COVID kind of hurt that, and then the new consoles, so we kind of switched over to primarily card games and tabletop games. But the amount of people that they love those card games.
And it's growing in popularity. It continues to grow. You think it would die off of but it does not. It just continues to grow. Is this a generational thing that's passed down? How does this continue to get so popular?
That's kind of one thing that's always concerned me, because the age group for them is 25 to 35 is the age group who plays any card game. It's 80% of the demographic.
Right.
So you have companies like Pokemon and stuff that introduce juniors divisions and stuff like that to facilitate younger age play to get people to keep recurring. And then when people play that, then you have other people that they'll release a One Piece card game, and people are
gotcha.
Oh, we love One Piece, or we love Dragon Ball. So I think that's how they keep getting in touch with the younger generations.
And I tell you, it ties in a lot. You mentioned Disney, the anime community, all of it really just ties in there. And listen, we got to get up there and we got to do a tour of the store. And I think that's something that will be a lot of fun, and very much looking forward to it. This is 1st and 15 now for the Melbourne Chargers. A man in motion now, a pistol set. Quarterback's going to keep it himself. He's going to get outside. He's got a blocker upfield. And nice block by the wide receiver to spring the quarterback. But are they going to call it a hold? And is that what made it a nice block? We'll see here. Quarterback is, I believe, Corday Williams. Or, no, I'm sorry. Who's the quarterback for Melbourne? I thought it was number 12. I guess it's not number 12. Wow, they caught a hold on the wide receiver over there. He must have had a hold of the jersey
against the Chargers
of the Cocoa DB, and that's going to bring them back. It's going to be 1st and 10 now from the about the 49-yard. We're about 44-yard line. So Cocoa last night picks up a close game win, 63-0. They got Berkeley Prep coming up this weekend. Do you ever get a chance to get out to see the high school football team play?
It's been a little while. This past few months being a little rough for us, but
yeah.
I love going to watching Cocoa games because, it's just a great organization. And,
yeah.
You expect great things from them every year. Friday's just our busiest night.
Yeah.
Since we're such a small store, we only have 4 or 5 employees, and we'll have 100 people in the store on a Friday night, so.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, it gets real busy. So luckily today was probably our slowest Saturday for the rest of the year, so I was able to get out and come down here and support youth football.
Yeah, and you got, 11U, 12U, and 14U Cocoa will be playing in. They're going to be playing Vero Beach in the next 2 games, and I think the quarterback is 15, Jackson Morante for Melbourne. That tackle that time was made by Abel Davis. This is 2nd down and 16 here for the Chargers, and straight give, and that is eaten alive inside by big number 23, Davion Berry on the tackle, and that's going to back them up even further, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and a trip back to Cocoa actually for a 1st down. That's going to be 3rd and about 20 or 19 here. Early stage, or middle stage, I should say, of quarter number 1. 5:50 to go. Melbourne has controlled the football since the start of this one. Here, Alan Slaughterzinski with Seth Gibson, the owner of Gamers R Us, one of our primary sponsors here on Brevard Sports Network. Seth and his son here today supporting Cocoa Tiger youth football. And I tell you what, A lot of it coming up. Third down and forever. 3 wide receivers to the left. Quarterback's in trouble. Comes to the near side. And he's going to dive ahead. And let's see here. We'll make sure it's 15 because we're going to get a real good look at his number now.
42.
42. That ain't close at all. That's Ethan Jaquez. So that's going to bring up 4th and 11 here. I would imagine they'll go for this. We've seen this all day. This is the 11U game.
They don't believe in playing either.
What?
They don't play either.
They don't punt either, huh? So 4th and 11 here. Let's see what the Tigers defense does compared to the Chargers. What do you got in the playbook, Coach? We're about to find out. Drops back, in trouble, and he's hit blindsided, and the ball comes out, and it's recovered by Coco, and that's number 44 down there on the recover. Czar Alexander the second, and the Tiger defense stiffens up, and that is the youth version of the dark side defense, and they do a good job holding there and will give their offense an opportunity for the first time in this one here today. If there were one thing, Seth, that, for those people out there that may be interested in getting into the gaming community that are, kind of teetering on the fence, what would you tell them? What would they need to know about it?
I mean, most people start with, they're interested in something, One Piece, Dragon Ball, whatever. If you're interested in anything like that.
Oh, he's wide open.
Oh, yeah.
Look
wide
at this.
open.
Oh, he overthrew him. Had him on a reverse pass. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, that was a great play.
Yeah.
Yeah, just if you're interested or even have just some sort of feeling you'd like to try, come up. We have plenty of people, knowledgeable staff that can teach you in a friendly environment. Any game you want to play that we carry, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Lorcana, which is Disney, Dragon Ball, One Piece. They got Bleach, all sorts of stuff now. So there's about anything under the sun, that you could be interested in, to draw you in to learn how to play. And we can teach you how to play.
Something for everybody's taste, that's for sure. And I'll tell you what, the Tigers were going for the house there on first down. And we've seen that a lot today. That's a give straight up the gut. And Melbourne, their defense not playing around as the equivalent. That's Zaire Jackson gets in there, and he disrupts things. And it's going to be 3rd and 9, and Coco's going to come right back to the line of scrimmage here. The intended receiver on that was Elijah Smith, number 17, on that reverse pass. And this is a give here, and this is number 1 off tackle. And number 1 is Cameron Mitchell, and Mitchell will be stopped, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 5. Ball dead on the 50. Don't imagine we're going to see a punt.
It's going to be 4th down for the Tigers. It looks like it's going to be 4th and 6.
So 4th and, we'll call it a long 5, short 6. Here we go.
Yeah, y'all did, boy.
Coco.
Y'all did the honey's wings. You missing out.
What's in the playbook here? We're about to find out. Oh, they're actually going to drop. Oh, I like it. Drop kick. Flip the field. You know what? One of the smartest plays I've seen today right there. Nothing wrong with flipping the field. Seth, obviously you're a big football fan. You got an NFL team or a college team?
Penn State. I was born and raised in Pennsylvania for the most part. And then the Commanders.
Okay, all right.
They're looking actually pretty good this year with Jaden Daniels.
Yes, they are. I tell you, he is a young, dynamic quarterback who I enjoy. One of the most accurate rookie quarterbacks I've ever seen in the history of the NFL. And, of course, Penn State, I'm a big Maryland fan, so we've always had that Penn State-Maryland rivalry here. 3 minutes on the dot. Seth, I want to thank you for coming by, man. I'm so glad we finally got a chance to meet. Is there anything that we need to make sure we know about Gamers R Us that maybe we don't?
Oh, geez. I can't really think of much. I'm just glad to be able to come up and meet you guys. Encourage everyone to stop by, check us out, even if you're, just want to check it out, look, even if you're not into card games, we carry a bunch of unique board games, a bunch of miniatures. We like to put models together, paint, Gundam models. So, I mean, it's, there's a lot of different things you can get up there.
You know what? We don't have, Seth is the only, retailer that we have. We should, you know what, Seth, I'll text you. We need to be up there on Black Friday when you got the sale going on. Seth Gibson, the owner of Gamers R Us. Thank you so much, buddy.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Seth Gibson from Gamers R Us. In
favor of.
Coco, you gotta hold them back here. But if you're Melbourne, I don't know, maybe take a shot here. Let's see what you got. And they are going to take a shot, and they're going to let it go. And he had his guy.
Looks like about 4th and 7 to go for the first.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what happened, but, all of a sudden I looked up and we were off. So, you didn't miss anything. You only missed one play, 2 plays. It's 4th down now for the Melbourne Chargers, and they're going to have to punt, obviously. But, like you said, they don't punt. So what are they going to do here? Are they going to quick kick? Now they're going to take a timeout. So, again, we're speaking with Seth Gibson of Gamers R Us, and you see the information at the top of the screen. You can follow them on Facebook. What was that again? On Facebook?
Oh, it's just Gamers R Us 06 is the tag.
Yep, and they're easy to find. There's also a group on there. What's that group for?
We have tons of groups. We have our Gamers R Us group. It's just more for our locals to communicate and get direct, correlation instead of just blast emails and different marketing stuff, so they can get, direct, like, hey, this is this event.
Gotcha.
So it's just more directed marketing for the groups.
Okay. All right, so we seem to have reestablished a decent connection here. It's just strange because all day long, no problems. Now all of a sudden I look up and, well, there's nothing there. It may just be time to find a new third-party streamer for us, and I'll be looking into that over the holidays. 4th down here for Melbourne. There is no score. All of that information is accurate. 1:04 to go in the first quarter. You haven't missed much, I promise you, if you're just tuning in.
Oof.
And that is going to be offsides. And that's going to be 4th and 2 now.
Now what was a 4th and 7
becomes a 4th and 2 now. So 4th and 2 for the Melbourne Chargers, and this is a whole lot easier to navigate than 4th and 7.
Super Bowl champion.
As we continue with Super Bowl Saturday here on Brevard Sports Network. Coco 6U won the flag division. The Melbourne Chargers won the 8U division, and the West Melbourne Outlaws, the 10U division. This is the 11U division being contested right now, and he will not get it. Oh, did he get it on the second effort? Yes, he does. That's a first down, and they're going to move the sticks. Great second effort. Yes, indeed. That is a great second effort. So the Tigers shoot themselves in the foot with the encroachment penalty, and what would have been a turnover on downs is now a first down for the Melbourne Chargers. And Coco must now, the defense must tighten up. And right now, Melbourne just content to, drive the football, much like West Melbourne did in the last game. Calls them back to the huddle. Now, you got to be careful here because you don't want to pick up a delay. Quarterback calls all of the signals. So it looks like, I guess they got it. They look a little discombobulated. So we'll see if they get set. And he turns and gives to the tailback.
Looking for some room. And it's going to be nothing there.
No gain. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 after no gain. That ball will be placed at the right hash mark, but that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. All right, no score between the Tigers and the Chargers will step aside, and we'll be right back here on the Brevard Sports Network. Right. Welcome back here. It's 2nd and 10 for the Melbourne Chargers. They ended the first quarter, no score, as the two teams kind of feel each other out here at DC Roofing Stadium, wishbone type of formation. And ball's out, and the quarterback going to scoop it up. Be a loss of about 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down at about 14 here. So 3rd and 14. For Melbourne, and again, with them not punting, the next 2 downs, especially this down, are extremely critical because this football is on the 20-yard line. Their own 20-yard line. Second quarter action, 9-14. 2 more games to go after this one. 10 quarters of football, 11 quarters of football left in the day. And this is a give, and Coco sniffs it out, and that's another loss of 4 yards, 5 yards. And that's going to bring up 4th down and about 18. So 4th and 18 here, and if they don't punt, now would be a good time to start. They got the wind at their back. So the wind's at their back, but it does not look like, well, I think they are. Yeah, they are going to quick. Oh, my goodness. They may have wanted to run a play here. I'm not sure why that young man caught that ball, but it's a good thing he did. And the Cocoa Tigers will take over. I may have just gone for that other than put that thing up. Oh, my goodness. So, that's why they don't punt. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for Cocoa just outside the Gamers R Us red zone here. Ball going to be placed at the 22 with 8:18 to go. And this is really as good of an opportunity as any offense gets to get into the end zone or at least take over on a possession. So here we go. And looks like we're going to get a timeout as Coach Brown. I'm going to give you the rest of the coaches for Cocoa, and then we'll give you the coaches for Melbourne. It's James Brown Jr., Michael Bernard, Johnny Brown, DeHaan Clark, Christopher Davis, Kiana Edwards, Cliff Hester, Frank Hicks, Corey Mitchell, and Alexandria McDonald, team parent. So we want to say congratulations to the staff there, and for Melbourne, I should say, Daryl Harp, Troy Brown, Rodney Williams, Madison Falcone, James Falcone, and Jennifer Rutherford. As we await the end of the timeout, 8:18 to play in the first half. No score in this one here, as these two teams do battle for 11U supremacy in the ACYAA. And, boy, social media sure has been fun watching these two teams chirp back and forth. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
And it's 1st and 10. Same formation as Melbourne was running. And that's a handoff up the gut. And when I say up the gut, I mean he just turned and gave. And the big guy absolutely picked up 7. That's Markel Bell.
Number 12 behind the center.
Blake Blanchard is the quarterback. Gets outside. Sanders cuts back at the 5, down to the 3, and it'll be 1st and goal for Cocoa. That's Kingston Sanders, and it's 1st and goal for the Tigers. Inside the 5, well inside the Gamers R Us red zone. 7:45 to go. Ball placed on the 3-yard hash mark. What's that? Yeah. Quarterback turns. He's going to keep it. I don't like that call, but he picks up a yard. Gets it down to the 2. I kind of like just turning and giving it to the big guy there. I mean, he had no problems. Cocoa looking to score first following something resembling a punt on 4th down. And Cocoa started this drive at their own 22 and have gone 20 yards thus far. It is 2nd and goal at the 2. 3 backs in the backfield. Turns, gives to the up back, and Bell bullies his way in. That's a touchdown. How can that not be a touchdown? I mean, he was by the soccer goal. All right, he gets in. It was 6:39. It's 6-0. I mean, he hoisted the ball up 4 yards in the end zone. I would say he crossed the plane. All right, welcome back here. All right, so I guess you see the buffering on the other stream. I have no idea what's going on. We haven't had this issue all day, and, well, we'll just go the rest of this one with a straight face back live. Cocoa on top, 6-0. Game brought to you by Gamers R Us. Glad to be with you here today. Cocoa capitalizes on a,
And the kick is going to be up.
and that goes off the hands. And that ball is
It's going to be down right there at the 25-yard line.
covered up at the 25. So, again, I'm not sure what the deal is, but we will, as long as we get a straight Facebook Live, I don't care. And you know that Gamers R Us is our sponsor. 1st and 10 at the 25. Cocoa on top, 6-0. Second quarter, 6:33 to go here. We will not be going back to the other type of broadcast until we get to the 12U game. Give me a chance to figure out what's going on with the stream in the middle. Not sure exactly. And Coco's defense has just been outstanding in this one. Melbourne with no chance and no breathing room. And that's another loss of yards. It is going to be 2nd down and 15. So 2nd and 15.
Meanwhile, down at Soul Sushi 9, we have the tacos, the buffalo chicken tacos, also the sweet chili shrimp taco.
Looking, quarterback throws.
Pass, he's going.
Intercepted, short. That's a pick 6. Touchdown, Cocoa Tigers. And no flags down, and that is Elijah Smith on the pick. And it is 12-0 Cocoa. Ball badly underthrown. And I tell you what, Smith did the right thing there. He made sure he caught it before he ran with it. And once he catches it and runs with it, he scores. Touchdown, Coco. Huh? No. No, they playing tentative. See what the point after try is here. Sort of a wishbone formation here. He's going to keep. Does he get in? No. Referee immediately signals no. Coco, though, takes a 12-0 lead over Melbourne. We'll be right back here on Brevard Sports Network. All right, welcome back. Yeah, I mean, you can still pay $10 and show up. I mean, ACYAA deserves your money. I apologize. We're having issues, but things happen. But, yeah, you're welcome to come on down. Parking's a little tight. But, yeah, man, I hear you. Nobody more frustrated than I am right now. Promise you that. Score is 12-0 Coco following the pick six. And a good pick six it was. He followed that ball all the way in. And that, again, that was like a duck of throw. And
All right. Get set to kick it off.
5:41 to go in. Melbourne in the house down here. Cheerleaders. And there's a kick into empty space. Uh-oh. Gets outside. He's got a block. And nice. Guess who? Guess who on the tackle? Mr. Pick Six, Elijah Smith on the tackle. And he really saved probably at least another 20 yards, if not a touchdown. So Elijah Smith says, okay, I'm going to get the pick six and make the tackle. And he does. I tell you, nobody promotes. You do a great job promoting like the leagues. Nobody does a better job promoting food trucks better than Hadley. You and Hadley make the perfect team because you promote the leagues and the people, and Hadley promotes the food. It's a great combination. You guys do an amazing job together. Look at this. Nice job here. Cuts back. Look at that move. Out across the 50, all the way down to the 45. And that for sure is a first down. And Melbourne needed to get going, and they do it there. And with 5:19 and running, the clock stops the move to change. And the referee says, wind it up. And they do.
I noticed the cheerleaders done made their way to the stands. It's a battle going on, y'all. It's another battle going on. Both cheerleaders done made to the battle. But, yeah.
Yeah, Chicoco cheerleaders are in one stands, and Melbourne cheerleaders in the stands over here. And the quarterback turns and gives. And again, I'll tell you what, Coco defense stepping up when it needs to right there, and that's a good job by number 23 that time, or 21. 23 is Devion Perry, and he gets in there again. And here's what Hadley's talking about on the PA is the cheerleaders down here are challenging the cheerleaders across there. And today is as much about the guys on the field as it is about the support they get on the sidelines too. And don't forget December 7th is the ACYAA cheerleading championship competition, and that's a great day as well. Normally we'd broadcast that. We were supposed to do this last year, but we can't because the music gets us cut off because of the copyright. And I'll tell you what, that is going to be Abel Davis and James Brown III, and that's going to bring up third down and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 yards to go. 3rd and 30 with 3:29 to play. Cocoa on top, 12-0 here. Well, I tell you, these young ladies are loud, man. Good for them. 3rd and 30. Oh, I can't believe we're going to get a flag here. Another pick. That is a pick, and I tell you what, if he can break a tackle, he won't. But we got a flag down. That ball is picked off by Ramon Brown. Let's see what the flag is. The flag is out here. 2 flags down. Where's the other one? That one's over there. There's one here. So we got, let's see what these are. Trying to see if it's young man's smack hands. See what the call is here. Well, pass interference is 1. All right, so that's 15 yards. And that's the only thing that's going to be called. So that's 15 yards. Or helmet to helmet. But regardless, it's a 15-yard penalty. It won't be a first down. Yeah, that's true. When did this occur? Was it post-possession, prior possession? Because if it's Melbourne, they had 30 yards to go. There is no automatic first down. It's Coco's ball. It's going to be Coco's ball, so it's a post-possession foul. Good job by Seth here. Post-possession foul. So the Tigers will get credited with the interception, and the penalty will back them up to their own 35. And here goes Coco with the ball in a lead, 12-0. And Sanders and Melbourne's defense. That is the epitome of gang tackling right there. There was only 2 Chargers not involved in that tackle, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 as the ball carrier was Kingston Sanders. 2:34 to play in the half, and Coco on top, 12-0. Once again, want to thank Gamers R Us. You can check them out on Facebook, and make sure you check them out for the gamer in your life, and the big Black Friday sale coming up. And Seth just does a tremendous job making sure that we are able to bring you high school and youth football.
And the Tigers break the huddle here.
All right, here we go. Straight dive and straight eating up. And I'll tell you what, my goodness, these 2 defensive tackles are big. That's number 44 for Melbourne. That's Zaire Jackson. We've called his name a couple of times here today. And it's going to be 3rd down and 9. 1:40 to go in the half. Coming up at halftime, absolutely nothing. We're going to take a break. And we're going to get a timeout on the field by the Cocoa Tigers. Been a stressful first half, man, with this internet. Don't get it. Just don't get it. It's for me to figure out. I'm going to blame it on Caleb. Caleb's up at Space Coast today doing the conference championships. He's probably screwing my app up, so I'm going to blame Caleb on this one. I got to blame somebody. And there go the girls again. And Coco, I don't know if you can see them on the other side there. Yep, there they go. Love the battle. Love the battle.
Oh, boy, look at the Cocoa Tigers 14U cheerleaders. I don't know if we got a battle coming up at halftime, and I don't want to seem like I'm the instigator, so I'm just going to make my people take the field.
Hadley doesn't know if he wants to be an instigator. Yeah, he's instigating. Oh, I love it. Not that I've ever seen the movie Bring It On 1 or 2. And that'll be a nice tackle. That's going to bring up fourth down. There's 1:20 to go. So if you're Melbourne here, you trail 12-0. And, yeah, that's a good timeout. I like the timeout here for fourth down, 1:07. 1:07. My legs are cramping. 1:07 to play in the half. This is the 11U Super Bowl. I think I put that in the description, didn't I? Yeah, it's in the description. Okay, just wanted to make sure. I know I've had 3 different descriptions, but yeah, 11U Super Bowl. My bad, Miss Kiera. So, obviously, we've seen Coco with the quick kick, the punt, if you will. It was a good one, too. So, not much of a breeze at the moment. 1:07. Clock stop, and we are gonna get a kick.
So the 4th and 11 here.
So I like the fact that we're going to get a kick.
Sanders.
Just nearly got that. And look.
And it's going to be caught, taken, and that's going to be a
I'll tell you what, Coco's done this twice. And, you know, Melbourne tried that punt and it didn't work. But field position has been the story. And Coco has really forced Melbourne to have to drive the football because they have flipped the field now twice. And with 55.9 seconds to play in the half, I mean, unless you come up with, and we do see it in youth football a lot, unless we see a miraculous type play here, Coco's going to go to the locker room with a 12-0 lead, and Melbourne's going to have to figure out how to get going offensively because nothing is working for them right now. They can't run the ball, and they've thrown 2 interceptions, 1 a pick 6.
Snap is back. Quarterback looking. He's in trouble. He's scrambling out to the left side.
Oh, stiff arm.
And he's probably going to be brought down. That's going to be Mitchell.
All right, so let's see. I got another question to answer. Snap Bell says, where was y'all for the Rockledge Super Bowl this year? Well, that question should probably be directed to Councilman Goins. We offered to do the Super Bowl, so I'll defer that question to Rockledge. So you might want to ask them. 2nd and 10. Love Shatina Brown, but just didn't have us this year, I guess. I guess we didn't do a good enough job.
Oh, he has the sideline here. Cuts it back.
So
Finally brought down by Mitchell,
we offered.
along with number 10 Sanders and number 1 on the play.
That's the end of the half. Trust me when I tell you this, okay? Everybody, understand this. If something big's going on and we can be a part of it, rest assured we're going to ask. I promise you we are. So, all right, that takes us to the end. We don't want to miss out either. We want to make sure you don't. So, Snap, I promise you, we definitely inquired. All right, so that is the end of the first half, and the score is 12-0 Cocoa, and we will be back in the third quarter. right, yep, welcome back here. This is the third quarter getting ready to start. Alan Slaughterzinski, and joining me here, my man. He was from the PA to this side now, and Double D, Daryl Durant. Double D, how are you, buddy?
Pretty good, Alan. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Glad to be glad. I think it's the first time you and I have ever done anything like this together. So
the Super Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, we did baseball once, but Super Bowl, yeah. So here we go, 12-0 Cocoa as Melbourne will kick off here. And Cocoa is, listen, I don't think either team is playing particularly well. Cocoa's defense is, but I think this is merely going to be a case of which team makes the better halftime adjustments and comes out playing a little stronger here. And, yeah, this is a quick boot, and, yeah, they immediately go to the other side of the field with it, and that is 0 on the return there, and that is Zayden Starks. I was just talking to Adam Franco. Saw Nikki Teeter out there as well. Cocoa Tigers with a 63-0 win last night. Melbourne, the Bulldog. We lost 7 teams last night in Brevard County. You've heard of the U2 group and the song Sunday, Bloody Sunday. Last night was Friday, Bloody Friday in Brevard County.
Yes, it was. I had a couple of them advancing in my pick'ems to the second round, but did not happen.
No, it sure didn't. We thought at the minimum we'd have 5 teams advancing, and that just did not happen. And it's 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. Ball at their own 46, and quarterback keeper up the middle, and that's a good little run there on first down by that's Cameron Mitchell. And
I have a gain of about 5 yards on the play.
I bring up second and 5 for the Cocoa Tigers.
Yeah.
Second and 5.
Like, I watched this Melbourne team last week against our Broncos up there in Merritt Island, and they came to play last week, and it's, like you said, Alan, it's whoever makes a big-time adjustment. And, don't count out this Melbourne Chargers team.
No, they have not played. That is the worst. Somebody told me that's the worst first half of football they played all year, and I'm sure the coaching staff will let these guys know it at halftime as well, as the Vero Beach Indians 12U team has hit the track. And I can tell you this, I'm looking at the second guy in line. The third guy in line, and he stands about 6'6". And, yeah, man, I can't wait to see. They are substantially bigger than a lot of the 12U teams you will see at the youth football level.
Yes, that is a good team out of Vero at the 12 and under division. It's just like the Cocoa Tigers that had that one team last year, 14 and under. It was like a JV team, but they're of age. They played the senior.
And the injured player is up and leave it on his own power, which is a good thing. So that's going to be 2nd and 5. But that team was good last year, Daryl. Really good. But we'll see. 2nd and 5. Now you're going to have double stack equally to each side.
2nd and 5.
As the Tigers, now we're going to split it off here. Who we thought was going to be the quarterback on this play has now shifted to the left side as a receiver, and it's a handoff, and that is a unique play considering they did not throw it. They shifted the quarterback out of the formation and then handed the ball to Markel Bell.
And he did a good job of holding on to that ball because it was not a good handoff.
No, it wasn't. He bobbled it, and, good job, like you said, not to fumble it. 3rd and 5 now for Cocoa. 8:37 to play in the third. 12-0. Oh, no, is that a terrible towel? I'm already seeing him. 3rd and 5. Fakes. Sanders breaks an ankle and then nearly breaks his ankle and tries to cut back, but he gets up, and that's going to be 4th down and 5. And a lot of times, man, teams you see this a lot, Daryl, where teams get a momentum going, and then it's a play call or two, and all of a sudden things are completely off the tracks, and that's what this feels like right here.
Yep. I couldn't agree with you more. You know, now they have a 4th and 5 for Cocoa Tigers.
Coco's wearing the baby blues today. Never seen them before.
This team actually has green uniforms.
Do they?
Believe it or not.
Yeah. Okay.
And I talked to Coach Halley. I'm like, so the green's coming back? He's like, I don't think so.
And they're actually not going to kick this. And that's a great block out there by the wide receiver. That's going to be a first down and more all the way down to the Melbourne 26. And I tell you what, Cocoa is a rule, at least at the high school level. They have a rule, and it is like this everywhere for the wide receivers. No block, no rock, Daryl. And that receiver right there gives them the block they need, and Sanders is sprung for a big-time first down.
Nope, as long as I can remember, and me playing many, many years ago, that's been the saying.
No block, no rock. 7:10 to go here in the third, and that is about as big of a play as we've seen in this game, aside from the pick six, as Cocoa 4th and 4.5, 5 picks it up. Single coverage on the outside here. Triple wide receivers at the top of your screen. 1st and 10, actually at the 30. And Sanders keeps it again, cuts back, stops on a dime, still going. Finagles his way through traffic. That's a great run because it looked like nothing, became something, and ends up another 11-yard gain for another Cocoa Tiger first down.
Yes, that was a very great run. I mean, that was all him as well. Melbourne had several defenders around him, but just could not bring him down. And now they are in the red zone once again.
Here we go. Inside the Gamers R Us red zone here. Once again, we want to thank Seth Gibson, who came on our broadcast to start, was with us for the entire first quarter. You can catch that 2 streams ago. Again, I'm showing an excellent signal on the modem. I had no idea what happened. We'll try again for the 12U game. 6 minutes to go. 1st and 10 at the 19. Alan Slaughterzinski, Double D, Daryl Durand with you. Sanders wants it, has it, gives it. Edwards squirts out and gets, he's going to pick up 2, maybe 3. Well, maybe 1. Want to say once again, thank you to James Cookie's family. The referee passed away in the car accident back on October 15th. ACYAA holding today a moment of silence for him as Cookie's family was here flipping the coin, and he was just a great guy, great official, great for youth and prep sports, and is sorely missed, no doubt. And of course, if you're talking about Cocoa, another guy that recently passed away, Eusebio Solis, athletic director. So our thoughts and prayers with both families. 2nd and 9 here, delay a game. That's from the back, Judge, and that's a no-no, especially in the red zone. It'll be, nothing drives a coach crazier than a red zone penalty like that, Daryl.
Yeah, that's the first one I've seen all day today out here. And, you got momentum, and then you get one of those because you're just waiting for a call or you're trying to make the play, and it sets you back.
Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. And that's a healthy, that's a healthy 30 seconds he gave, 35 seconds he gave you too. And Sanders looking a little, oh my. I'll tell you what, it's probably a good thing he dropped that, because that ball right there could have easily been a pick six.
Yes, and I seen the defender's eyes looking at it, and he seen green.
Yeah, he sure did, because it was there. So now it's going to bring up 3rd down and 15. So what became a 1st and 10 at the 19 is all of a sudden a 3rd and 15 at the 24, 23. 4:32 to play here in quarter number 3.
And the Tigers break the huddle.
Third. All right, so we got Sanders is a back this time in that wishbone type of set, and offsides. So they're going to get the 5 yards back. Melbourne jumps, and the 5 yards will be given back, and now it'll be third down. This is obviously 4-down territory for Cocoa. So you have essentially 2 plays to pick up 9 yards here. You may not, I don't think you take a chance if you're going to throw the ball here. Maybe not want to get it all at one time, but I don't know. We'll see how they play it.
Probably a nice little lead play coming up.
And, that's a great read by the Melbourne defense.
Yes, it.
Great read.
Gain of maybe 1.
Yeah. I mean, nothing there at all, and that's just a good play by number 3. That is Keon Daniels that gets in there and shuts that down, and he prevents any substantial gain that would open up the playbook here. Now you're pretty much limited as to what you can do, because it feels like to me you got to throw the ball here.
Yeah, 4th and 8. Look for a slant here up top.
Yep, I see it. And you're going to get a little corner route and underthrown, and it's going to be a turnover on down. So the Melbourne Chargers will hold the Cocoa Tigers here with 3:37 to play in the third, and that's a big hold, Daryl, because if Cocoa gets in the end zone, it's a 3-score game, and I think you could probably essentially write the thing off. But now Melbourne's still very much in this thing.
Yeah, Melbourne is very much. I mean, they have a decent little offense. Yes, their depth is not as deep as Cocoa, but they're a very good football team. Like I said, I watched them last week. They beat West Melbourne Broncos 14-13. They do have a couple trick plays that they might try to throw out there here soon.
Okay, we're going to keep our eye out for that as Cocoa and Vero, 2 games left here, 12U, 14U, both games from the same 2 teams. And this is a keeper by the quarterback up the middle, and he's going to be stopped for a gain of 2, maybe 3. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. So they do give him 3. 3:20 to play, third quarter. 12-0 Cocoa on top. This parking lot ought to get real critical here in about an hour when people start pulling in for the Palm Bay girls basketball game.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But you and I are free and clear of any of that. 2nd and 7. Man in motion. And this is a bubble screen, and overthrows it. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
I don't know that I necessarily like that call there. I mean, he had single coverage here on the outside, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one. I'll tell you, I just keep thinking back to that West Melbourne game, Daryl, and watched how the Outlaws ran their offense, and it was not fancy. It was essentially 5 plays, and they executed them all perfectly. And you know what? It was the dives, and then on 4th down when they needed yards, the counter.
Yes.
And that won the game.
Yeah, it was the old Coach Dave Orr counter when he coached the Outlaws.
And this is, he throws it up. Oh, that's a pick 6. And that is a Cocoa Tiger touchdown. Bad throw. And that is Ramon Brown. And the Cocoa Tigers defense cashes in the red zone. The Melbourne Chargers throw an interception, and Ramon Brown returns it 20 yards. And with 2:30 to play in the third quarter, the Cocoa Tigers take an 18-0 lead We were just talking about the 3-score game, and, well, there it is. And that is the second pick six of the contest. And turnovers are a killer.
Yes,
there
they
you
are.
go. Yep.
And the Tigers will try for the point after attempt here.
That ball was, and you know what? I mean, I'm going to give credit. I gave credit on the first one to Elijah Smith, and I'm going to do the same thing here for Ramon Brown because, you know, Daryl, I mean, that ball is up there, and your eyes are big as half dollars watching it come down. And you know what? He concentrated. He watched it in, caught the ball before he took off with it. Good job by that young man.
Yes, and very, very good. We got flags flying in.
Yeah, there's enough laundry on the field to consume a Tide stick.
And I'll tell you it's a short story. Me and Coach Hadley came to West Melbourne. He was Billy set him up on our mic when Coco was there. You guys were there doing the games, and he let me come up last week at Coco and do the Outlaw game. And then I get a text from my mom. Oh, you still with Coach Hadley? Your grandpa worked with him. I'm like, hold on. But it was actually his grandfather, my grandfather, worked at FIT together back in the day.
The 6 degrees of separation of Kevin Bacon is the 6 degrees of separation of Coach Hadley. 2:30. And the extra point attempt by Coco here. He knows everybody. This looks like a wide open conversion here. And he just bullies his way in. And with 2:30 to play in the third quarter, it should be 19-0. And that's exactly what it is. And right now, Melbourne's got to get something figured out because they can't throw the ball and they can't run the ball. So they're going to have to find something that's working.
This is definitely not the team that I saw last week, and everybody was wanting the West Melbourne Bronco Coco Tiger rematch because they both have one win each, and that just didn't happen as Melbourne defeated them by 1 point last week. And you know, I've seen worse situations, and I mean, don't count Melbourne out just yet. I know they got. You know, they're down 3 scores. You got about 12 minutes to go in this ball game, but
well, I think the problem is this, right? So here's what I would say. I would say that if you are, I would want my defense. You know what I mean? To actually be out there and try and score me some points. So we'll see if they make any adjustments offensively, but something they got to do something. That's for sure.
But what a beautiful day, guys! Giving us today.
Are you kidding me? This is a sickeningly beautiful day.
He's given us 2 great days, and then Wednesday it's going to rain all day.
Watch your phone there. Yep. Yeah, it is going to be. It's going to be a little soggy midweek. All right, here we go. 2:30 again as Coco gets set to kick off, and I would imagine he's going to put total edit to this thing. He's built like a Lou Gross. Yeah, absolutely. He just drills this thing right down the left hash mark. Picked up by Melbourne and across the 40. Trying to break tackles. Gets out to near midfield. Stopped at the 47. And this is where the Chargers will take over 1st and 10 and try to generate something. Had an opportunity just prior to halftime to talk to Adam Franco and talking about this Coco 12U team coming up. Going to play Vero Beach. And Vero Beach, Coach Franco kind of made reference to the point that he was talking to one of the coaches on Vero Beach, and they kind of said, kind of alluded to Coach Franco that they were looking forward to the AAU 12U Nationals. And Adam was like, well, you're going to have to get by us first.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
You know, so we'll see. 1st and 10 for Melbourne. Ball at their own 48-yard line.
Handoff to
Yep.
the left side, and he's going to be
Man, that Coco defense.
Yeah, I tell you, that is the youth version of the dark side, and that is, again, Brown in there on the stop. You had an interesting game this year. One of the better calls of the season here on Brevard Sports Network. That, talking about pick sixes, and you you watched a lineman team that didn't have to throw the football with under 2 minutes to go. Throw the ball.
Minute 20 to go. They're on the 15 or 25.
Right.
The kid runs over. Hey, throw me the ball. Well, whoop, like Coach Hadley been doing, popped up. Melbourne to the house. That was their fourth pickoff of the night. Set them up to the overtime. The lineman coach, after Melbourne's defense, does a great job, gets a penalty. Melbourne's 1st and 5 in overtime and scores a 1,000th win. And I had goosebumps the whole.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great call, and just a, perfect. Oh my goodness gracious. And that you can't do. And yeah, that's not going to happen. He knows he's coming off the field, and that's frustration. And I feel bad for the young man.
It is.
You got to keep your composure, and he knows that. And you know what? To his credit, he walked right off the field because he knew he lost his composure. And you know what? As I watch this young man on the sidelines, he's being talked to, and he's not overreacting. It was an in-the-moment thing, and he knew it. And good for him. I get it. He's frustrated. And that's all you can do. And it's like, Darryl, it's funny because it's almost like he immediately knew.
Yes.
And he's like, you know what? I'm just going to go over and take my medicine right now. And compared to what we do see sometimes with benches and helmets being thrown, none of that going on. That young man is under composure and is accepting his talking to. Love to see that. I just do, because I feel his frustration sometimes. And you know what? He walks back and, again, not overreacting. But this is 3rd and about 50.
It is.
Yeah, it's technically 3rd and 47 is what it is.
3rd in the SpaceX rocket.
It is that. I mean, there is the 4th down mark there, right? And to get a 1st down.
And I know you're down, and you should. Please, you need to punt this at least.
Yeah, or try to. And Hadley and I earlier this year did a Coco game where it was 4th and 80. 4th and 80. Just to give you an idea of what. Oh, that's a much better kick.
Picked up.
Sanders going to take it and run with it. And Sanders turns the corner. He's at the 15-10, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at the 6. And with 5.7 seconds to go in the 3rd, Coco will take over inside the Gamers R Us red zone. 1st and 10.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's 5 seconds. Palm Bay sponsors need to get a new.
Yeah, that's it. DC Roofing, he's come in there and bring some bulbs. Coco well in command now and looking to put the final nail in the coffin of the Chargers here to capture an 11U Super Bowl as they lead at 19-0.
19-0.
Yeah. There's a pitch, and inside, and a nice run, good tackle, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. So we'll step away as they're going to switch sides, and when I mean switch sides, we're going to go from there to there. So we'll be right back here on Brevard Sports Network. All right, welcome back. Here we go. Alan Slaughterzinski, Double D, Daryl Duran with you. Started the fourth quarter here in the Gamers R Us ACYAA Super Bowl Saturday. And Coco looking to really put this thing away. And this is Sanders, who's got blockers in front.
He's got room.
And he's got room.
Oh.
That's just a great tackle. And the young man gets in, touchdown. Sanders on a great run. He found the pylon. And that's a good play by the Melbourne guy on defense. But Sanders, an outstanding athlete. Touchdown, Coco Tigers. And with 9:50 to play, it is 25-0. So Coco going to send Melbourne home at 1-1 today. And Coco will start their day at 2-0. I mean, I know it's not over yet, but for all intent and purpose, it is.
We're going to try for the PAT here.
Coco's going to try and kick one here.
It looks like they're going to kick for the 2-point conversion here. And I tell you, this kid has a leg.
Snap, bad snap.
He gonna try to run it.
Yeah.
He's going to pick it up and run it himself.
He's almost.
He almost had it. You know, he's number 44. You know, he reminds me of Day White. The way he's built, the same number. Yeah, he just does. And all right, so Coco takes a 25-0 lead here as they get in on the first play of the fourth quarter here. And I don't know much about, I mean, I've seen the Coco 12 and the 14U team play this year. Don't know much about the Vero Beach team, but looking at their size over there, next game should be pretty good.
The next two games
should be pretty good.
Should be pretty good.
And there is the Coco 12U team down there waiting to get in, and so there they are.
And I don't know if it they told you last game or not, but that was the best loss West Melbourne could have took in the beginning of the season, first week of the season, and they've won every game since.
Wow.
They went down to Vero, lost 19-0, didn't play well, and then just got better ever since.
Well, that offense was something different in a day and age where everything is so far from what it used to be.
I got to say, it's much nicer announcing from over here because I can see numbers.
Yeah, right. Well, right, barely, but you can.
Yes. Just a slight mention.
right. No. 9:50 to play in the game, and it's all Coco, 25-0.
Kick is back. Want to be taken off to the right side.
Taken by Melbourne, trying to get some yards, turning the corner.
Finally ran out of bounds.
Out to about the 47-yard line. And that's where Melbourne will take over. First down and 10, Chargers.
You know, Daryl, one of the things that I think has been impressive to me today is teams that are losing late in these games have not given up. We've seen some late touchdowns scored by teams that, you know, are out of football games, but I just didn't give up, and I think it's a testament to the players' character and the coaching. And, you know, you like to see that because you don't want to see any kid quit, and we haven't seen that at all today.
No, we haven't.
ACYAA All-Star game. I haven't gotten the dates on that yet, but.
Yeah, we'll be doing that, the ACYAA All-Star games. That was at Melbourne High School last year, wasn't it? I think it was, yeah. Yeah, we did those. Yeah. We also got the Senior All-Star, the BSN Senior All-Star game coming up. That's at Melbourne High School coming up the third week of December. That's going to be a lot of fun again as the seniors get together and play their one last game. Usually comes about 4 or 5 days after state championships. First and 10 Turns, gives,
And to the right side, big hole, flag comes in
and a
play.
flag flies in. And that is coming back.
It's going to be brought down.
That's a good play call, but they got caught with holding.
Against the Chargers.
Yeah, and that came in an area that was conducive to the result of the play. So a good flag, and that'll back them up 10 yards, and it'll be 1st and 20. So in each of the last two series for Melbourne, they were 4th and 47, and now we'll start behind the sticks again at 1st and 20. Tough to get on top or get the ball in the end zone playing behind the sticks like that.
Yeah. Now I'm actually looking forward to Friday, O'Galley versus Titusville.
That's going to be a heck of a football game. I
Yes,
can tell you, if it's anything like Titusville and Merritt Island was, my goodness gracious. And we also have Cocoa and Berkeley Prep as well. 1st and 20.
Handoff to the right side.
Gives.
It's going to be a gain of 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up
They did last night. Actually, O'Galley did throw an opening pick, Allen, and then team they were playing fumbled right back to them. So both teams gave but from there on out, it was solid. Boom, boom, and they look good on offense. And
Yeah.
now Brandon Brown is on the offensive line too.
Oh, the LSU commit.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. There's a couple pancakes last night.
I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. So 8:25 to play in this one. Melbourne and Cocoa. Tigers on top 25-0 here. Apologize, we don't have our normal app up.
There goes Melbourne. Good run there.
That's a good run. That's an I am not quitting run.
12-yard gain.
Still, it'll be 3rd down. And what about 7 here, I would say. 7:37 and running here. One thing we haven't had today is a running clock, which is good because you don't want to see that in a championship game. At least I don't.
No, yeah, and it doesn't make it fun for anybody. The players, the fans. As long as two teams are competing, that's what you want to see going on all day long. And that's what we've been seeing all day today here at Super Bowl.
Every time. 3rd and 7 here for Melbourne. Chargers. 7:02. Quarterback steps up, and he's got a shot at a 1st down, and he will have it. That's a good job, read and recognition to pick up the 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Ball now at the Melbourne, the Cocoa 42.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 10. Meanwhile, over at the concession stand, we're still going strong over here. Also, Honey's Wings. I like to thank Honey's Wings for coming up to see us.
Yeah, timeout in Melbourne.
Thank you, Honey's Wings.
There you go. All right, 6:12 to go. We'll step aside and be right back here on Brevard Sports Network. Cocoa Tigers 25, Melbourne Chargers nothing. All right. Timeout over. Ray Kamika says Tiger Pride. 25-0. And Tigers out front of Melbourne. 1-0 already today as they won the 6U flag championship earlier this morning. That seems like yesterday.
Yeah.
As they trot on a player here late. And give. And running back with a good carry as he spreads the defense out and picks up 5, maybe 6. Yeah, that's a good run.
6 minutes remaining.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So picks up 6.
And we are one and done for the day.
Yeah.
It was a quick day for us. The least amount of teams we've had in the bowl in about, I think Billy said 6 years.
Well, you know what? If you're only sending one and you get the win,
yep,
there you go.
And that kept the 14-year streak alive.
That's good. Okay,
yep.
So 14 straight years of winning a trophy.
Yep, the last time WM has not won a Super Bowl was 2010.
Oh, wow. Huh. We actually have 2 Melbourne Charger players down on the playing surface. One is gripping his calf. What's that? Oh, yeah, right. Well, you got 2 of them down, so you probably should save one. Yeah, a debate about that, and I think they ran. I didn't see the one over here. The other young man ran into somebody, and not sure what happened.
Five minutes on the dot remaining.
And again, 2 more games to go here. I probably should have brought a sweatshirt because I know the second game is going to be cooler. Trying to get outside. Ball's out. Coco football. I mean, he just dropped the football.
Yes,
and that's going to be Coco Tiger football. That's the 3rd turnover of the game. And with 4:45 to play, the Tigers will take over with the football and a 25-point lead. Tigers will take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. They ain't going to throw the ball. Don't understand that, but okay.
Yeah, about 2-3 yards overthrown.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And it might be their second quarterback, too.
Yeah, I think that's who it is. Might want to be flexing here. Showing what he can do. As Coco. 4:36 to go. Coco looking to go 2 for 2 today. They lead it 25-0. Quick pitch, reverse, and a pass, and a throw.
Oh, he was trying.
Oh, no, I thought he threw the ball. And there he goes down the sideline. Sanders all the way down.
He just couldn't get a grip on it.
No, he sure couldn't. And so Sanders gets all the way down to the Melbourne 30. That was a reverse pass, and it did not come to fruition, but they still pick up 35 yards and a first down.
Yep.
And when it's going right, it's going right.
Going right.
And that's what that means. Huh? What's that?
In the player.
Right. 4 minutes. Straight up the gut. Big man still on his feet. All the way down inside the Gamers R Us red zone. Good carry there. It's number 7. That is Bell. We got whistles and a timeout by Melbourne. I'm guessing they're wanting to get some players in with 3:45 to go. Don't know why else you would stop the clock at this point.
Yeah, either players or give them just a breather, but
Yeah, something.
I would think you'd want to get this one over with.
Yeah, I would think so. It's been all Cocoa. It wasn't a great first half for either team, but Cocoa capitalized on the Melbourne mistakes, and they did so in the second. But Cocoa tightened the ship up a little bit better,
They did.
played well offensively, and as a result, lead this thing by, 4 scores.
Oh, I forgot to thank you for
3 scores.
giving me that fantasy win the other week.
Yeah, man, I forgot to put in George Kittle, man. Totally forgot to put in George Kittle. George Kittle, I tell you, those players that are in and out of the lineup that are really great and injured, man, you just never know.
My other league, my big one I'm in,
yeah,
I can't get a break.
Yeah, it's just it's crazy, man. You're like, man.
Oh,
Here we go, 3:45. And the Gators have taken
yeah,
a
they
6-0
yes,
lead
they
on
did.
LSU. Don't get excited.
I know. I'm trying. I'm trying not to.
We saw what happened against Georgia. And this is a Cocoa Tiger touchdown. And that will for sure seal the deal. Sinceri Edwards scores from 19 yards out, and the Tigers lead it 31-0.
And DJ's playing today. He's back from.
DJ, I swear I didn't think he was coming back.
I didn't think so neither. And we're wearing all blue, so it's a better shot.
Yeah.
We have to win either this week or next week, or.
And this is a reverse and a hold, and it's coming back. Yeah, can't do that, number 32. But it was a valiant effort. And 3:33 to play. Threes are wild on the scoreboard as there's 4 of them up there. With 3:33 to play, the Cocoa Tigers lead it 31-0. Oh, let me back the camera up here because here we go. Quarterback looks to throw. He's open, caught, and they convert anyway. Great job. And a good throw there. How about that throw by Blake Blanchard for the conversion? And it is now 32-0 with 3:33 to go. And this one's all over but the shouting. And I don't think this – I'd be interested to see social media tonight.
Yeah.
It's always a good time when these two get together on the book face.
Somebody gonna blame it on my stripes.
What they going to blame it on?
On my stripes.
Okay.
They did a good job today.
They did. Look, man, they battled. Bookface won't see it that way. But I got to tell you, it's always fun, though. And I just love it. Subdue, too. I'm not even going to say that because you're going to get me thrown off. You're going to be thrown off the ACYAA if I say that. But I'm sure you can hear him.
I mean, you can look across at the green. That's what this team has in Hadley.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
And I asked them when we were playing them because I think they wore them at West Melbourne. Like, well, you guys skipping Thanksgiving and Halloween?
Yeah.
You going straight to Christmas?
Straight to Christmas, yeah. Q over here got jokes talking about the 12U team looking like Rockledge out here today with the uniforms on. And that ball is recovered by Coco, and that is insult to injury. And the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 at the Melbourne Charger 38-yard line. And don't want to see this. I would imagine it'll just be run.
Yeah.
What? What did I do?
It's your fault. You said we haven't had a running clock all day.
I know.
Look at this.
I know. We getting there. We got 3 more points, right?
Melbourne Chargers, blame it on Alex.
I'll take the blame. Won't be the first time I've been blamed for something in sports, for sure. Yeah, I got blamed today for something.
I'm sure that another team will blame the announcer for the last game.
Yeah, that's all right. 1st and 10, and I would imagine this would just be a series of straight handoffs here.
Yeah, oh, wishbone.
Yeah, and this is number 23. And he is just
big man.
I'll tell you, he looks like Jerome Bettis out there running the football. That is number 23. That's Davion Berry out there.
And who called?
And he absolutely buried everyone he went past. And it's going to be congratulations to Coach Brown Jr. as we got 3:20 to play. And why do we have a timeout?
Melbourne called a timeout.
Okay, well, the Chargers take a timeout. We'll step aside. We'll be right back. It's 32-0. Coco. All right, welcome back here to Brevard Sports Network, 1st and 10. And straight up the gut. The good part was in my paycheck for the game was, now I'm not, I said that when we were on mute, so I'm not going to mention who or what, but in my paycheck for the game was what they would call a ratings bonus, which I've never seen in my life, and I believe I just got it so I wouldn't sue.
And it's going to be Mitchell.
There you go. Good tackle there by Melbourne.
That was a good tackle.
It's going to be number 25 of the Chargers.
2:35 to play. And it's all Coco. 32-0.
Coming up next in the 12U division, we have
next 2 games, Coco and Vero.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Undisputed here taking on our Coco Tigers.
Undefeated and undisputed. You just heard Hadley say it.
Indian River County versus Freeport.
The 7-7-2 against the 3-2-1 throws.
There,
and
picked
there's
off.
a pick off. And that.
And the ball comes out.
And the ball is out, but he's down. He's down.
Hold up.
And that's what happens when you throw the ball up 32 points.
Yep.
151 So 1:51 to play, and it will be Melbourne Charger football. All right, here we go. Final 151. Let's see what the Chargers have up their sleeve here. See if they can go, where's this ball? At the 12, 88 yards for their only touchdown of the game. What was that?
Now they look like they ran the offense they ran all season.
Running their 11th man on.
Yeah, this ain't going to go good because it is now 6 seconds, 5, 4, and they snap the ball, handoff. Nice cutback. There's room to run, and he gets out across the 20 to the 22, and that'll be a first down. I don't know that Melbourne has any timeouts left.
I believe they're out.
Yeah. Referee says wind the clock. 1:41 after the stoppage to move the change on first down. All right, 1:37. First and 10 at their own 22 for the Melbourne Chargers. And again, a handoff up the gut. And again, Coco rides him down after a gain of 5. Yeah. Well, what were they running the first 3 quarters? And they thought maybe they was going to switch something up, or second and 4.
We are under the minute mark here in Palm Bay, Florida. Cocoa Tiger fans, on your feet, let the celebration begin.
And it's going to be a pass, and this is a possibility to be picked.
And
Nope.
that was the play that beat
beat
the Broncos last week.
And they're going to keep running the clock, and I don't blame them. That's it. Final score is going to be Cocoa 32 and the Melbourne Chargers nothing. This was a dominating football game by the Cocoa Tigers from start to finish tonight. And okay, we're going to log off here as the Cocoa Tigers are now 2 for 2 today. And we'll be back with the 12U game between Cocoa and Vero. For Daryl Duran, for Seth Gibson and Gamers R Us, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network. We'll see you soon.